Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. Remember in 1994 when Stargate came out? For those who don't, the build-up was incredible. All they showed was this magical gate that could teleport people to somewhere else. Where did they go? What did they find when they got there? You had to go see the movie to find out. Wow, I wonder what it could be. God, this is gonna keep me awake all night. I'm gonna see the movie right now just to find out. Holy crap, was that stupid! So what? Aliens invented the pyramids? Are you nuts? Yeah, all those Egyptian morons with their brilliant, groundbreaking designs, they had nothing to do with it. It was just aliens.
And the ruler of the known universe is that chick with the dick from the crying game?
Blow me! It's the last time I ever watch a movie by these jokers again. Say, you remember in 1996 when Independence Day came out? It was done by the same idiots who did Stargate, but look, all it showed in the advertising was the White House getting blown up. That's it. Nothing else. Whoa, how the hell does that happen? This movie must be good. I mean, sure they messed up with Stargate, but maybe this will be a good one. Besides, I just gotta know how the White House blows up. I'm gonna go check it out right now. Son of a bitch! This movie's even worse than the last one! So what? The President of the United States gets in a jet to fight off aliens? Are you high? God, that's it. I'm done. I am never watching another movie by these morons ever again. Ever. Nope, not interested. No.
I got a fight.
No, I don't care. Destruction! Alright, so even though the filmmakers made two horrible movies before it, Godzilla hooked us all in with its clever advertising. How? Because they never showed the monster. You had to see the movie in order to see the monster. So advertisers thought up the brilliant strategy of describing the monster for us, like vehicles that said his foot is as long as this bus, or billboards that said his head is as big as this sign. It was downright genius. Alright guys, so you suckered us in yet again, but please, can you try and give us a good movie this time? I mean, it's Godzilla! It can't be that difficult to make something that's just so unentertaining. Oh, you shit-knockers! You did it! You actually did it! You made Godzilla even less credible than it already was! Somebody give these douchebags an award for sucking! Ass! So if I had to sit through this pile of dino droppings, I figure you ought to share the pain with me. The film starts out with, oddly enough, a monster attacking the Japanese. Haven't seen that before. After that scene, we get our next horrible disaster, Matthew Broderick. He plays our main character called Nico Titopoulos.
It's Titopoulos.
Whatever. He plays as a nerdy white guy who wears glasses and is socially weird. Gee, that sounds like the nerdy white guy who wears glasses and is socially awkward from Stargate. Or the nerdy white guy who wears glasses and is socially awkward from Independence Day. But don't you worry, this character is far, far different. He is much more annoying than any of those other guys. So the job of Mr. Metropolis,
Titopoulos,
whatever, is to study earthworms and how they grow over a certain period of time. This leads to him getting the clever nickname of the Worm Guy. Matthew Broderick plays a wormy person? Finally, some ideal casting! So the military comes to take him to a piece of land in Panama, where they want him to analyze something a little bigger than an earthworm.
Here's your sample. Study it.
what sample?
You're standing in it.
They want to analyze the footprint of a giant chicken? Though killer poultry is not on his list of studied specimens, good old testosterone,
Cetopolis,
whatever, agrees to study whatever made that hole in the ground. Meanwhile, in Tahiti, the French guy from The Professional interviews one of the survivors of the monstrous shipwreck. Whoa, a lighter. I've seen giant radioactive lizards the size of the kingdom, but a lighter? That gets my attention.
What did you see, old man?
Okay, apparently fire translates English into Japanese, but I digress.
What did you see, old man?
Godzilla. Godzilla. Godzilla.
This seems threatening at first, but take a look at what Godzilla actually translates out to.
Godzilla. Godzilla.
Next we cut to New York City, where a woman named Audrey wants to try and get a reporting job from an anchor she's working for, played by Harry Shearer.
He's gonna consider me for the job? What else did he say?
Why don't we talk about it over dinner tonight? Your place.
Mr. Kamen, you're married.
Yes, and you're very beautiful. Have I ever told you that before?
Wow, subtle. Do you think he tries that on every woman he meets? Hi, I'm Charles. My hobbies are marriage, cheating, and having sexual intercourse with you. You want to have dinner? And then we cut to another location in Jamaica. Jesus, how many locations are there? It's like they're kicked out of every country that they try to film in. Where it turns out that Bowser is still on the loose. As it turns out, he attacked yet another ship. And much like this movie, it was dragged under. So what could this giant perversion of nature possibly be?
This animal is much too big to be some kind of lost dinosaur. A hybrid caused by the fallout on these islands.
Like your earthworms?
Yes, yes. I believe that this is a mutated aberration.
Just like my career. I'm acting. Next we cut to Audrey's friends, played by a very annoying Vicki Lewis and an even more annoying Hank Azaria.
I'm telling you, he is dirt. He's a douchebag, gutter slime, dog crap, puke chunks.
Hey, I'm eating. You see I'm eating?
Come on, I'm trying to be all New York here. Bada bing, boom, bam, and jets and stuff. She's suddenly distracted when she sees Mr. Tapdancelis,
Satopolis.
whatever, on the TV screen.
Seems to be an unusually tight security around the crash site, possibly because of the military.
While that's going on, we see the mayor of New York and his aide appeasing the city. Tell me if these two look familiar at all. Oh, they're spoofing Siskel and Ebert, I see. Apparently Mayor Ebert is an anger-obsessed screamer who spends most of his time eating candy, while his aide Gene is a slimy little yes-man who blindly agrees with everything he says. Take that, Siskel and Ebert! How dare you have an opinion! But I don't get it. Why are they making fun of these two in the first place? They're like America's most loved critics. Oh, maybe it's because they never gave thumbs up to any of your movies. Well, maybe if you got your thumbs out of your asses and start producing good films, we'd agree with you. But dude, they don't even take advantage of this. Even Gene Siskel, the critic they were satirizing, asked the question, if you're going to go to the trouble of putting us in a monster movie, why don't you at least take advantage of having the monster either eat or squash us? Hey, that's a good point. Here's your shot to really get back at these critics who hated all your films, in a monster movie no less, and you don't even have the monster kill them or rip them to shreds? That's really bad when you're getting criticized by the critic you're criticizing because you didn't criticize them enough. Try saying that 3 times fast. But the director's not the only one preying on the innocent. Godzilla finally arrives, showing his face in New York and running a prehistoric muck. Look out! It's Cloverfield! That's 8 years early! So he romps and stomps and even goes past a news station where voice actress Nancy Cartwright sees him walk by.
I think your story just walked by the window.
Okay, wait a minute. Nancy Cartwright, Harry Shearer, Hank Azaria. Is this just a Simpsons reunion? What's next? The cast of Scooby-Doo is gonna show up? Like Zoink Scoob! Look out! It's Godzilla!
Holy shit!
Like you said it, Scoob. So he roars and screams and tears up good chunks of the city, and then out of nowhere, he suddenly disappears.
After its initial attack, he disappeared.
He suddenly disappears? How can you lose track of a 20-story high dinosaur?
It's perfect. An island, water on all sides, but like no other island in the world, this is a place where he can easily hide.
A city of 8 million people is a good place to hide? This isn't like the Bourne Identity where he can just blend into his surroundings. My guess is that giant prehistoric lizard is probably gonna stand out. So they look over the damage that the amazing disappearing Godzilla left behind.
In what city officials are describing as the worst act of destruction since the World Trade Center bombing.
Yeah, the World Trade Center bombing. I'm sure that's the only huge disaster that New York will ever... Alright, I'm bailing out on this one. We see that Godzilla has left a long line of destruction, even caved his way through the MetLife building. Haha, that's funny. But wait, really look at this. How is it possible that that thing is still standing? New York architecture isn't just one of those big paper things that you rip through at the beginning of a football game. It's a little more complicated than that. So while the city is being evacuated, our heroes try to think of a way to lure the monster out so they can get a good shot at him. They then come up with a brilliant idea. Fish! Of course! Giant piles of fish. Because as we all know, lizards do not eat fish! They eat bugs! What are you, crazy? You'd be better off putting a giant ant farm in the middle of the city, you retards! So our brilliant and obviously un-lizard-prone hero looks over this amazing sight.
That's a lot of fish.
What?
That's a lot of fish.
That's a lot of fish. That's a lot of... I don't get it. That's a lot of fish. So? I mean, is that meant to be funny? I left a pause at the end for the audience to laugh. I mean, but what's the joke? I could have just as easily said, that's a hat. That's a wall. That's a lot of fish. I mean, how is that funny? You could have said a lot of things there, like, I got a fishy feeling about this. Or, it's like shooting fish in a barrel out here. I mean, it wouldn't have been funny, but at least they would have been actual jokes. That's a lot of fish. You could spend years trying to figure out why the hell that's supposed to be funny and not get anywhere. That's a lot of fish. Look, you could literally just put in gibberish. And that at least would have been a little bit funnier. He looks over this amazing sight, turns to the other guy and says, poppity pop pop pop. And that actually will have gotten a little bit of a laugh. Just nonsense off the top of my head is funnier than these guys trying to willingly produce written humor. Think! So, after Mr. Timmanopoulos,
Sitopoulos,
whatever, makes his brilliant remark, guess who comes to dinner? Wow, I guess Bugs Bunny is lost again.
I knew I should have taken that lift going to Albuquerque.
No, it's the poorly computer-generated Godzilla in all his unconvincing pixelization. Did you get my good side? Please say he eats Broderick. No, not today. Apparently someone also forgot to tell Godzilla that lizards don't eat fish because he takes the bait literally hook, line, and sinker. But the military attack, which means, of course, more stomping and running around the city. Kill him, John Adams. Do our country proud. Woe to the Union.
I was so pitifully embarrassed.
Look, he's even breathing fire, just like a real lizard would do. Look at this scene. It's practically ripping off every single flying scene ever done in motion picture history.
Echo 4R.
Use the Force, Luke.
Locked on, sir.
Unit 1 to Unit 7, give me a situation report.
It's colder than the buildings around him. The heat seekers can't lock.
Stay on target.
Colder than the buildings around.
But it turns out the military really sucks at their job, because they actually turn out to destroy more of the city than the monster does. Seriously, I don't get how they can't shoot this thing. I mean, is he really that hard to miss? I especially love this scene where the monster actually manages to fake them out. Dude, this isn't a game of tag. Just use any of your basic 5 senses to find him. After he starts dry humping a building, Godzilla manages to, and I'm not kidding, disappear again. What is wrong with these idiots? Are they just looking at their shoelaces when he's around? I mean, wake up!
We did nothing to him.
Oh, that's not true. We fed him.
Several good soldiers just lost their lives. Dick. So after that, we see Audrey! As she comes across Mr. Takanova and Humpashire, Ricky Dicky, Hamster Master, Polly Wally, Wanna Bing Bangy, Supercalifragilistic, Knick Knack, Patty Wacky, Give the Dog a Banana, Fana, Fo Fresca, Hickory Dickory, Hockety Pockety Wackety Whack, Angelina Francesca III.
Sitopoulos.
Whatever. As they decide to catch up on old times.
You're still mad at me?
Well, you left without a phone call, a letter, nothing. All this time, yeah, I guess I am still a little mad.
That was 8 years ago. Some people change.
Most people don't.
I'm sorry, but, you are aware that there was just a giant radioactive monster roaming through the city, right?
8 years is a long time. Can I make you a cup of tea?
Sure. That'd be nice.
By the way, did you see all that fish? There was a lot of it. She stares over as apparently her ex-boyfriend keeps a lot of pictures of her lying around. Most women would find this creepy, but the script's out-of-touch reality suggests that she finds it charming. So charming that she steals a videotape of top-secret information from him so she can post it all over the news. Wow, what a whore. Meanwhile, as helicopters continue to search for plot, Broderick comes across a stunning realization. Godzilla is pregnant? But how can that be? Males can't lay eggs.
Not if he reproduces asexually.
Wow, how dramatically convenient.
The blood that I collected revealed that the creature is either about to lay eggs or already has.
Gentlemen, we could have sequels. Horrible, horrible sequels!
These eggs are gonna hatch very quickly.
How could you possibly know that?
The fish that we found on the subway. He's not collecting all his food just for himself.
And I don't think I need to remind you, gentlemen, that that was, in fact, a lot of fish. But the army doesn't listen to Broderick's pleas as they discover that he accidentally leaked information to the news and is booted off the assignment. Audrey tries to apologize for being a bitch.
It was a terrible thing to do. I never should have done that.
Good luck with your new career. Really think you have what it takes?
I thought we had something. I thought we had fish! But Jean Reno pops up as it turns out that he's part of a secret French organization as they set out to stop Godzilla because they care about the Americans. Can you believe us to expect such a thing? I mean, not the giant radioactive lizard, the French trying to help Americans. Ridiculous. Because the fish plan worked so well the first time, the military plans to do it again! Only this time they're luring the monster out into Central Park. Because as we all know, no one can survive Central Park in the middle of the night. Godzilla comes out for the 11th rainy day in a row and again falls for the bait.
Alright, I'm just going for the fish. We cool? We cool? Oh, you cock tease!
With some more explosions and obnoxious kabooms, Godzilla runs through the city yet again.
I'm starting to think you don't like me very much.
Oh good, he jumped into the Hudson River. He'll be dead in a matter of seconds. But the Green October is standing by to zap this rapscallion back to Kingdom Come.
Direct hit!
I just wanted to be on Broadway.
You'd think that'd be the end, but nope. Our heroes drive into the demolished subway to find the nest of eggs that Broderick was talking about. But wait, how are the French gonna pass by as Americans?
Who you boys with?
We're with the 3-2, sir.
I didn't ask you, soldier. You got a problem talking?
Well, no, sir, I'm fine.
All right, keep it moving.
Oh, thank you very much. Elvis Presley movies. He was the king.
Could be worse. He could have done his Jerry Lewis impression.
I just wanted to ride on the underground choo-choo with the wheels and the sparks and the lady!
So they come across a destroyed Madison Square Garden where they make their discovery. Quiet, I think I hear fish. Faster than you can say green eggs and ham, our heroes come across a nest of Cadbury eggs from hell. But the eggs start to hatch, and rather than just shoot the damn things, the French do what they're best known for. Give up and scram. And this is the part of the movie I like to call, guess what part of Jurassic Park they're stealing from? It seems that behind every door there seems to be a blockade of monsters. Broderick should know he checks all of them. Once again, the mystical gumballs of doom seem to give the monsters the slip, as they get out of the building just before the military blows it to smithereens. So this should be the end of the movie, right? No, because Godzilla actually resurrects himself back to life.
Truly, he is the son of Godzilla.
So this leads to yet another chase scene where our heroes race across the city in a taxi. Turn the meter off! Turn the meter off! You know, they outwit this thing just a few too many times. He breathes fire at them, they just turn around. He corners them in a tunnel, they just turn on their headlights. They get trapped inside his mouth. Hey, got a quarter?
I know this is probably a bad time to mention this, but do you guys remember all that fish? Wasn't that something?
So he gets tangled up in the Brooklyn Bridge as the military throw everything they got.
Direct hit, but the target is still moving, sir.
We'll circle around and fire again!
Just blow shit up! It's all we know how to do!
Geesh, what the hell else can they throw at the damn thing?
Use the anvil! Use the ocean liner! That's it! Bring in the sink, boys!
After the creature finally goes down, we get that lame scene where I guess you're supposed to actually feel sorry for it. I've had more emotions for my toilet brush. What have we become? I guess we'll never find out. Hooray! So Audrey and Titties get together, Jean gives Ebert a vulgar thumbs down, and even our French friend manages to say au revoir.
Thank you for your help, my friend.
Maybe one day I too can be fascinated by fish. And they all live happily ever after. Or do they? I don't think so. In my world, this movie is over. Why? Because this movie bombed big time. Finally bringing down that reign of special effects disaster movies that were, in and of themselves, disaster movies. True, the same director tried to lure us back with shitty movies like The Day After Tomorrow and 10,000 BC. But audiences are finally learning their lesson about avoiding this group's crap. And if by chance you think that their latest disaster movie, 2012, might finally be that one good disaster film you think they might make, just remember. God, I love that cartoon. I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy, remember it, so you don't have to.
That's a lot of fish.
We'll be right back to the show on Disney Channel.
Hold on to your napkins, cheeseburger fans. DQ is taking taste buds for an all-out flavor ride with the new signature stack burger menu, featuring 5 mouth-wowing cheeseburgers with 100% real seasoned beef, like the loaded A1 Steakhouse burger with 2 amazing premium sauces, and the zesty flamethrower burger with oh hello jalapeno bacon. So tell your taste buds to buckle up and try the new DQ signature stack burger menu today. DQ, happy tastes good.
Movies can be magic. We love the ones that make you feel all the feelings and light up your imagination. Like this one right here.
Welcome to Uglyville, friend. What's your name?
These toys are about to learn
We don't belong here.
that being different
We're just as lovable as any of you.
is beautiful.
Our flaws make us who we are. Oh my doll.
Ugly Dolls premieres tonight at 7 on Disney Channel. Now, let's get back to the show on Disney Channel.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to. Let's be honest, if you took Pixar out of the equation, Disney would still be putting out some damn good CGI films. From Tangled to Wreck-It Ralph to Frozen to Moana, Disney has been making smash after smash, winning over both audiences and critics. Some of them are even among the highest grossing movies of all time. It's amazing the quality of films they're pushing out. God, did it not start that way? Being Disney's second computer animated film without Pixar, Chicken Little is among one of the most awkward, uncomfortable, mean-spirited movies they've ever made. And don't get me wrong, I love mean-spirited Disney! Whether it be their villains, creepy imagery, or whatever the Christ this is. But that's not what Chicken Little is. It's supposed to be bright, colorful, and upbeat, but instead it's eerie, disturbing, and as upbeat as an animated series on The Good Son. How did such a thriving CG empire hatch from such an ugly, rotten egg? Well, we're here to take an unfortunate look. Let's see why our IQs are falling with Chicken Little. So the movie is so unclear with its tone that it actually has 3 false starts.
Once upon a time. How many times have you heard that to begin a story? No, I don't think so. It sounds familiar, doesn't it? Oh, no, not the book. How many have seen opening the book before?
You know, naming cliches surprisingly doesn't make you above them. You have to actually do something with them. It's like if I start off a movie with, this movie starts in a store, no a house, no a bar. Sorry, sometimes I type my post-it notes into the script. So they decide to go with, I guess, no intro, as we just cut to Chicken Little telling everybody to run for cover, leading to some already confusing jokes. I guess what's supposed to be funny is rabbits have a lot of kids. How they all fit into one stroller is at least an abstractly forced joke. How's this for world building? A universe comprised entirely of animals is watching Indiana Jones. This universe is as coherent as a VR chat room. Nothing is established. But hey, a giant water tower knocks out cars honking Old MacDonald. Get it? I don't. As if all of this wasn't aggressively nonsensical enough, keep in mind, we're not even 2 minutes in. Nothing is properly established except Zootopia's direct-to-DVD sequel clearly needed 10 more rewrites.
Chicken Little!
Ah, don't tell me the main character's name. I was happy in this anarchy of confusion. This is 12-year-old Chicken Little, voiced by 30-year-old Zach Braff.
I know it's here. There's a piece of the sky somewhere.
That matches as well as Dr. Claw voicing Ariel.
I'm ready to know what the people know.
Says the sky is falling, but everyone thinks he confused it for an acorn. It doesn't help either that he starts saying gibberish. For never any established reason.
Big acorn level fly.
What did he say?
Big acorn level fly.
I wonder what that is backwards. I still stand by Garden State. Oh! So the town makes a movie about him. As towns do. As it's 1 year later, and Little's father, voiced by Gary Marshall, constantly reminds him of his failure.
It would be better for you just to lay low, don't call attention to yourself, right?
Yes, but
See, it's like a game. Yeah, a game of hide and seek, except the goal is never to be found, ever.
The important thing is you feel no love from me, like my audience's reaction to the other sister.
It's the crazy chicken!
Yes, it is crazy little chicken. You're so smart. We don't make eye contact. Bye-bye.
Okay, he rung a bell, not decapitated a student. Book burnings have more tolerance than this. After discovering even traffic won't stop for him, he makes it to class where Patrick Stewart plays his greatest role since A Pile of Shit, as the teacher who reads off the students' names who just happen to be descriptive phrases.
Foxy Loxy.
Present, pretty, and punctual.
Runt of the litter. Fish out of water. Happy mallard.
Ugly duckling.
Hello?
Hello, this is the 1950s. We'd like our cartoon sound effect at something ugly back.
Well, I'm sorry, I have no control over that.
Oh, well, who does?
I suppose the people who made this movie.
But they made it in 2005, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't they have moved on to newer material by then?
Well, one would think for Disney.
Oh, God. Disney used that joke? They must be in a rut.
Well, they will be for a while, but believe it or not, they do pull out. Why am I still going with this joke? Has anyone noticed, by the way, the animation moves like a choppy cutscene from a PlayStation 2 game? Everyone is either spastic or has more Molly in them than the movie Ghost.
Dodgeball.
Pump it, pump it, pump it.
Split into 2 teams. Popular versus unpopular.
Move over, George Orwell. Someone else is beating you for best commentary.
Coach! Yeah, unpopular.
Shouldn't we review safety guidelines?
Sure. Hit the pig, kids.
Why do I feel like this world is one step away from Man in the High Castle?
Calm down, Ron. Just do what Fish is doing.
Waste copyright money on a song for a joke that blows? Chicken Little tells Ugly Duckling, played by Joe Cusack, that he wants to do something great to get everyone's mind off the goof-up they made a year ago and make his dad proud again. But she doesn't think it's a good idea.
The nut needs to be cracked open. Bam! Smash! Bits of emotion flying everywhere. Anger, frustration, denial, fear. You see what I'm saying?
Character over-explains something that nobody understands. Classic outdated comedy. Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Ha! No.
There's a whole section about it in this month's Modern Mallard.
She says he needs closure with his father, but Fish Out of Water uses the cars that fall out of her magazine to build a skyscraper. I thank this movie for allowing me to reference Loaded Weapon 1 by asking the question, you stole from Loaded Weapon 1? Little tells the bullies to stop picking on them, but he's flung against the window. adding to the good cheer this film has to offer. I guess this is done while the teacher is gone, but really, wouldn't it be encouraged while the teacher was there? This world is pretty sick. He sets off the fire alarm though, of course getting blamed, leading to his father called to the principal's office.
Now look, Buck. You were Buck Ace Cluck, our school baseball star. Your kid, he's nothing like you at all.
That in no way connects to anything, but it's good to know the principal's as big a dick in this world as anyone else. Little decides to sign up for the baseball team to try and make his dad proud, but he's constantly benched. Until his big break.
Up next. Chicken Little.
He's gonna lose the game for us!
Disney, you're gonna fail and we don't love you. Surprisingly though, he makes a hit, immediately winning over the town's bottomless pit of shallow attention. Even his asshole dad congratulates his athletic achievement with passive-aggressive praise.
I guess that puts the whole sky is falling incident behind us once and for all.
My love for you is like a grocery store staff, constantly shifting depending on convenience. But things change when apparently a piece of the sky falls, but he keeps it a secret so people don't mock him again. So he calls Ugly Duckling and Run of the Litter, who are singing beautifully dated karaoke.
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my
Yeah, a foot-sized joke in Frozen gets a PG, but singing about the qualifications of being someone's lover? Every toddler should see that! Or how about this nugget of family okayness?
Remember when that icy blue stuff fell from the sky and it just turned out to be frozen pea from a jet airplane?
It's frozen pea.
I love my kids' films to have towns getting pissed on. It really need more of that in Winnie the Pooh. He shows them the device, but it accidentally sucks up fish out of water and they go to save him.
Abby! Abby, wake up! Come on, let's get out of here!
What was that about? Ooh, it's amazing how none of this is like the original source material at all. I hope this doesn't become a thing. The kids go into the alien ship where they find fish out of water, as well as apparently an evil plan to destroy the Earth. Either that or they're just marking off places they've already been. If I cross off a day on my calendar, I didn't destroy the day! The aliens find the kids though and try to attack. Gee, I wonder if a crop circle joke is coming up. Great! Just throw a door at them and a glass of water and they'll be beef for life! Chicken Little rings the bell alerting the town, but of course, the aliens go away and no one believes him again.
It's the acorn thing all over again.
Hey, there's no story here.
Well, at least we can sell the video to Chickens Gone Wild.
I don't know what's more disturbing, the fact that there's a show called Chickens Gone Wild or the fact that a little boy qualifies to be in it.
The eyes are glowing and the tentacles.
That's enough. Don't make Mommy take away your Streisand collection.
Okay, can the remainder of this review just be me speculating what kind of animal Streisand is in this world? I'm gonna say anteater. Of course, he looks to his dad for support, who completely turns his back on him yet again.
I'm really sorry about this, everyone. Looks like this is just a big, crazy misunderstanding.
They designed him with 2 apple seeds for eyes. It's amazing he sees anything at all. One of the aliens is left behind though, and I do have to give credit that they could have gone with just a generic alien design, but they do get creative by putting Rainbow Bright shoes on troll hair. Let's be honest, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull would have been a little better if this was the alien. Thus, he ends up befriending Little.
His name is Kirby?
They left him behind?
Darth Vader's Luke's father?
Oh, come on, Lucasfilms are the only human movies we get out here. How aren't we talking about them more? But the sky breaks apart for all the town to see, and the aliens start invading looking for their kid.
We gotta go!
No, wait, Dad, I gotta tell you something.
What? I know, you were right. Alien invasion. I see that now. Look up.
Okay, for the amount of assholiness we've been putting up with, that's not enough. We need, like, the entire town to bow down to him like Return of the King. You keep getting copyrights for other songs. How about Howard Shore score from that moment?
Forget it. You wouldn't believe me anyway.
Son, come back! Son!
Forget it, Buck. It's Chicken Town, where they play Chickens Gone Wild. Seriously, what was that? While obviously ripping off Spielberg's War of the Worlds, though apparently not obvious enough as they literally have to tell you.
It's like War of the Worlds out there!
And this isn't a parody of The Matrix? Buck catches up to Chicken Little and they try to work things out.
You're never there for me. I mean, you were there when I won the big game, but not when I thought the sky fell.
Your mom, she was, you know, she was always good with stuff like this.
I'll never forget the day she never came back from Panda Express.
But you need to know that I love you. And I'm sorry if I ever made you feel like that was something you had to earn.
I mean, granted, any love I've shown for you has clearly been done through earning it, but that's not what that's what I intended. Oh, and he kisses Ugly Duckling because their relationship was so special they decided to spring it on you at this very moment.
Now that's closure.
Now, if only you showed how it started. By the way, for the amount of aliens looking for this kid, how can they not spot Conan O'Brien's pubic hair running through this gray, colorless city? Even when they do find him, they don't turn him over. I think it's a safe bet any of these ships will get him to his parents. But if they're anything like Chicken Little's dad, I'm just assuming they disowned him already. They make it to the roof and try to get the alien to the literal mothership, but they get beamed up and talk to the alien's dad.
Release the child.
Okay.
You have violated Intergalactic Law 90210.
I recognize that number. That means it's funny. It'd be nice if there was some connection to that zip code that gave it some relevance, but just me recognizing it is enough. Writing. Words are hard. But the sun comes in to save them and returns the town to, how did Willy Wonka put it?
Their normal, terrible old selves.
That is, except for Foxy Loxy, who seems to have lost her bully tomboy ways.
Please wait to put her back the way she was.
No, she's perfect. Lollipop, lollipop.
Ha! The little girl her parents raised is dead, but show tunes!
Lollipop, lollipop.
Darling, look at the time. We better get a move on.
I guess I shouldn't be shocked that Disney merchandising has made it to planets off the map, but having Mickey with a third eye, isn't that kind of like alien blackface?
I like to see the movie they make about you now.
I just hope they stay true to what really happened.
Oh, son, these people are from Hollywood.
This irony's so thick, Tony Stark is making a suit out of it. The movie is, of course, overblown, ridiculous, and has no connection to the original tale, and the film version they watch isn't that good either. Now you can throw your head back and laugh. I gotta give credit to casting Adam West as Macho Chicken Little, though. It may be the only funny scene in the movie.
The sky is falling.
Commander Little, no!
Please call me Ace.
And yet it's still more accurate than The Blind Side. Chicken Little, the dad, and the audience are happy with the movie, though, proving this film's moral that facts and deeper meaning don't mean shit as long as you're satisfied for the moment.
Don't go breaking my heart.
I couldn't if I tried.
The credits roll with Runt and Foxy singing a duet, because that's really funny. You know, because of all their interactions that they had with each other and now they're complete opposites. Oh, you know, the interactions like this couple seconds and nowhere goddamn else. Chicken Little, it's about relationships. Question mark 5 exclamation points? Yeesh, this is not only an unfunny film, it's just kind of a rotten film. Everyone is so needlessly cruel and not in a fun way. Had the world, characters, or environments been better realized or defined, maybe the meaner jokes could have worked. But it just tosses you in awkward cruelty after awkward cruelty. I guess there's a good lesson about parents and kids listening to each other, but it's done with such bland and or unlikable characters that it's hard to take reasonably. And on top of that, it's just not the story. It's like if the tortoise and the hare had aliens and the moral is never trust a wolf in sheep's clothing. It just doesn't add up. I hear a lot of people grew up liking this, and if that's the case, I can't fault the message it's trying to get across. But as Disney films go, this is a spoiled egg worth passing on. I'm the Nostalgia Critic, and next week, I better get a better bird movie. That's not based on a phone app game!
Big acorn level fly.
Hey, I'm Doug Walker doing the charity shout out, and if you see this, you probably know what charity I'm doing today. It's the Children's Health Fund. Yeah, I know you've seen that Red Nose campaign here and there, and it's for a good reason. The Children's Health Fund is committed to ensuring high-quality health care to America's most disadvantaged children. They achieved this through expanding access to comprehensive primary care, reducing health barriers to learning, responding to the needs of children impacted by major public health crises, and improving the health and well-being of children through advocacy and public education efforts. Over the years, they've replicated this approach across the country. Today, the National Network provides care through 24 innovative pediatric care programs and affiliates that serve children in poor rural and urban communities across the country. If you look at their site and their YouTube channel, you can see just how hard they work to make sure as many children as possible get the care they need. Get your red nose on and donate to an organization working hard to help so many.